$44 billion. That's what Elon Musk is getting set to pay to take Twitter private and, of course, to buy out Twitter. A lot of changes are expected. Let's see if Donald Trump also comes back on Twitter. We've seen what's happened with the Tesla share price as well, which has crashed 12%, with Elon Musk losing billions and billions and billions of dollars in wealth. But the question is, with Elon Musk coming and with his ideas, whether it's an edit button or bringing Donald Trump back on the platform, or even what content moderation should become, whether there should be advertising, will there be a domino effect when it comes to social networks, when it comes to other microblogging sites? Well, we in India do have Koo. It's an Atmanirbhar microblogging site, and we did see the co-founder take to Twitter on the day of that big deal being announced between Twitter and Elon Musk to say Koo now becomes the only institutionally owned microblogging site in the world. Aprameya, the co-founder, live with us right here on Startup Central. Aprameya, welcome. I'm not going to ask you what you think Elon Musk will do or will not do, because I know you don't have a hotline with the richest man on the planet. But I do want to ask you, what did you mean by this tweet, and why is it even important that Koo remains the only institutionally owned microblogging site?
No, I think microblogging and freedom of expression is extremely important. And the reason we exist is because we see that microblogging platforms that already exist focus on the English audience, and what India thinks is mostly about what English India thinks. And we're giving a voice to people who actually might not be as comfortable coming and talking amongst a bunch of English-speaking folks, creating communities amongst themselves, and so that they can come and actually express whatever they have in their mind. And I think that is the power of the internet. That is how all of us English-knowing folks on the internet have, benefited from the power of the internet. And I think it's necessary for us to take it to language-speaking folks as well. As far as why it's important to be institutionally run is because there should be checks and balances, at all points in time. If it's one person running the show, then most of the time it's about what that person thinks is right or wrong, or what is freedom of speech or not. But the whole idea of a microblogging platform is to enable debate and to take various views. And I think that's extremely important to run a successful and accepted social media platform, because across the world there are various countries, various definitions of freedom of expression, and every one of these nuances should be respected. And that's what we're trying to build into our product as we build India first and then taking it to the globe.
But Aprameya, when now you're seeing the kind of commentary that's coming in, and that's in the public domain, right? What Elon Musk is saying about freedom of expression, where he's talking about content moderation. We've all seen those memes as well, right? Of a blue bird that is being freed from a cage. So isn't that going to put pressure on you folks as well, or on other social networks?
No, as far as Koo is concerned, we've always said we're about freedom of expression. Some of the changes that are being floated around, whether it's the edit button, we have it. Whether it is showing that every real human is actually a human and separate from a bot. We've never encouraged bots on the platform. We have a self-verification system already there on the platform. Our algorithms are already there for everybody to see. So I think all the stuff that is being proposed to be done, we are already doing it because we have the insights of what are some of the things that are lacking in existing social media platforms, right? So we will keep going in our journey, and I think versus Twitter directly, we are focused on a very different market. We're focused on the non-English speaking population of India. There are nuances that are extremely important to understand to build a product for India. And I think we will keep getting better at it. And I don't think who owns a particular platform really changes our direction or where we want to build who. So we will build it for India first, and then take it to the rest of the world where similar population of people who are not speaking English are a majority. We'll take it to those countries.
Will you have editing options on Coup? If you're going to have Twitter come out with an edit option, we've seen that public poll.
It's already there. So that's what I'm saying. So some of these things are obvious, and we listen to our users, and we've already made those changes. So we had an edit option 3 months into our product going live. So we've had it for like more than 1.5 years now. So I don't think it's rocket science. So for Elon Musk, it should be a very easy thing to do to include an edit button into Twitter.
What about advertisements? We've heard about that. But with advertising, whether Twitter moves away from advertising or not. But Elon Musk has been pretty clear about it and vociferous about it, that corporates gain a hand and it impacts freedom of expression the minute you have advertising.
So we believe that there are not just the platform and the advertiser, but there are the user and the creator as well, right? And everybody, all the four stakeholders of the social media ecosystem have to benefit from the ecosystem, right? So today, creators have to go and fend for themselves and find their own ways of monetization. Users don't get anything for having spent time on the platform. So we want to change all of this. We actually want to share whatever we make with the user, with the creator, and not just keep everything to ourselves. So that's been our philosophy. That's a big way in which we can disrupt social media and the way social media works in the world as on today. So I think our philosophy has been very clear from day one. We are not yet revenue generating, so we have the ability to design around preferences of users and creators, and including their interests as well. So I think it's a great opportunity for us.
Okay. Now, Apramya, the point is that, about a year and a half ago, when the relations between the incumbent government and Twitter were not that great, we all had seen that, Coup was seen as a beneficiary. And it did happen. You were the Atmanirbhar answer to Twitter. We had seen how various ministers, bureaucrats, all of them were taking to Coup. Now that relations seem to be better, what is it meant for Coup?
We work in a parallel space, right? Like, as I said, making freedom of expression available on the internet for language speakers of India is our goal. And that is nobody else's goal, right? The voices of India from each region coming onto the internet, on the open internet. It's not on a WhatsApp. It's not in your Facebook friends group. It is out in the open internet. So that is something that we are enabling, and we will continue to enable. As far as relationship between Twitter and government goes, I think it's in the best interest of every social media platform in the world who want to operate in India to respect and accept the social media intermediary guidelines and follow by it. I think that is a given. That has to happen with everyone.
But whatever we're reading overnight, Apramya, and these are important things to talk about, right? When it comes to censorship, because I'm just saying that all of this is going to become a major talking point now, globally and here in the country as well. We've all read the same news reports. You have, I have, I'm sure most of our viewers have, about after Elon Musk take over, how Twitter's top lawyer, Vijaya Gade, was very emotional, was seen sobbing. The response that it solicited from Elon Musk about, about the microblogging site being the way it did when it came to the election time, about censoring Donald Trump. So with censorship coming back to the forefront, you at Coup will also have to manage that. But the rules, are they going to be rewritten for everybody in the world? You're talking about a person, a maverick entrepreneur who is known to change the rules of the games. He dreams too big. He's trying to set up a civilization on Mars.
Yeah, so as in we've already kind of, in our own little way, changed the rules of the game, right? So we've always said that when it comes to moderation, content moderation, you have to democratize it. You have to leave it to the community to decide what is right and wrong. Beyond the community, there is law of land. And for us, it is India law of land. So you follow that and make your community guidelines, and it is very clear what a person says offline and online should have the same behavior. If you're not going to say something out loud in the offline world, saying it out loud in the online world will have the same repercussions as in the offline world. That has to be understood by every user, right? So I think, and also on censorship itself, we've never censored anybody. Everybody is free to come, join the platform, say what they want, express in local languages, English, whatever language they prefer. And if there is anything that, that a person says wrong, we will deal with it at the content level, which means the particular coup, the particular post. That is the level at which you deal with it, and not stop the creator from talking to all their followers altogether. And that is what Twitter has done so far. Whether that changes or not, we'll have to wait and see.
So now we also know that Elon Musk believes that Twitter should have an open source, right? You folks at Coup have made your algorithms public. What was the thinking behind that, and what do you think is going to be the impact of that?
I think being transparent and consistent is extremely important. You can be transparent and consistent only if you're truly transparent and consistent, right? So we've already made our algorithms public. We've set out in plain, simple English how you see your hashtag trends, how you see your feed, how do we recommend people. So all of this is out in the open, and anybody can go through it. They can give us suggestions. We'll better it. So I think social media shouldn't only be valued around how much revenue the social media is generating, but also based on how seamlessly integrated into the society the social media is. So if a platform is seamlessly integrated into the society, then it should be valued like 10 times more than the person who's not, right? So I think that's the way to look at it. That's the way forward. Transparency, consistency, safety, all of these are something that we live and breathe at Coup, and that will continue. And I think, all the changes that are happening with the bigger social media giants is what, younger social media like us are already being able to do at a smaller scale. But because we're doing the right things, I'm sure we're going to hit much larger scale than those who exist already.
What do you think of the fact that Truth Social, which will of course be Donald Trump's platform, is outdoing TikTok and even Twitter, in at least on the App Store in the US?
Well, as in when there is a reason to download an app, people will go towards that, and we don't know really the source of downloads, whether it's paid marketing, whether it's organic. There must be some reason for those downloads to be happening right now. But what will be important to see is whether it sustains over a period of time. And if it does sustain, then that's great for Truth Social.
Let's see if Elon Musk is also able to kill the spam bots that he has promised. But with this, Aprami, I'll come to my final question, which is with you, and that is you folks at Coup have also started something that you call voluntary self-registration and verification. What does that mean? What is the objective? To make the blue tick irrelevant?
Not at all. So, there are two types of verification on Coup. One is, if there is, a famous Anupam Kher, and then there is, people who are named Anupam Kher but are not the one that people are searching for. There is a reason for me to search for Anupam Kher, and I want to know who the famous Anupam Kher is. So that is the yellow tick that we have. So that is an equivalent to a blue tick on any other social media platform. What we have done uniquely is to make social media a safer place and to promote voices which are genuine. There are enough users who are real and genuine on social media. They want to come and express themselves, and they want others to take them a lot more seriously than a person who is probably not a real person or just saying it for the heck of it, right? So in order to make sure that we can give them an opportunity to say that they are a real person, we introduce the self-verification, which is a small little green tick that we give beside a person's name. And this helps make Coup a lot more real, a lot more safe, and creators, who are creating on the platform can now know who are the guys who are, commenting as a real person and who are not, right? So as a creator, if you get 10 comments on Coup and 4 of them have a green tick verified mark and 6 of them don't, you're always going to give more weightage automatically to the green tick comments. And those green tick comments might just be positive. The others might be trolling you, but you won't give as much attention to the ones that are not green tick verified.
Okay, we're going to leave it at that, Apramya. I think you're going to have a lot to think about as well, because this entire space is up for disruption. It's going to be certainly very interesting how we see the rules of the game changing. But as you heard Khu saying that they're already doing a lot of the things that Elon Musk is now suggesting for Twitter.